So I got a crack in the windshield of my car, and today we are going to try and see if we can repair it with this Permatex windshield repair kit. One thing to note is that the packaging says that it repairs bullseye windshield cracks, but there are different types of windshield cracks. I think the one on my car is more of like a spider crack. I'm gonna try it anyway and see how it does, but just know that, you know, this is not gonna repair any type of windshield crack. As long as it's close enough to a bullseye, maybe we'll get some good results. So let's check it out. All right, so the first thing we are gonna do is we're gonna take the included little thumbtack here, and we're going to clean out any glass debris that may be present. The next step is we're going to go ahead and clean the area with the included alcohol pad here. Then you're gonna go ahead and take the adhesive pad. We're just gonna peel one side off, leaving the other side alone. And we are going to go ahead and line up this hole with our crack, but making sure we leave this tab facing up. All right, and what you want to make sure is that there's going to be a perfect seal around your crack, so go ahead and make sure we don't have any air bubbles here as we push this down, because this is going to hold all the resin in. All right, that looks good. Now, we're gonna take, I guess they call it the pedestal here, and we're gonna go ahead, make sure everything's down there. We're gonna go ahead and remove the other end of the adhesive. We're gonna take the pedestal, match the tab with the tab, and match the hole with the hole. That should be good. Make sure that's a good seal as well. Next, we're gonna take the resin tube and we're gonna add resin into this hole. And then we're gonna stick the resin into the tube and we're gonna squeeze. You wanna keep a little bit, maybe a couple of drops of resin in the tube still, because we're gonna use that for later. Now we're gonna take our plunger, we're gonna twist it in as tight as possible into the pedestal. It wants to be airtight. And then we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna pull this plunger up until that very first notch. Basically, that'll be fully extended. And then you can use this little metal clip to sort of hold it in place. Basically, how you can do that is you pull up, and then when you want to lock it, you just turn that plunger until it sort of rests on that metal clip. This is really, it's really in there, isn't it? There we go. A lot of force there. So now we're gonna go ahead and leave it like this for 10 minutes. All right, now that it's been 10 minutes, we're gonna go ahead and twist this plunger out of pedestal. You're gonna hear some air whooshing. Okay, then it says we're gonna reinsert the plunger back in. And now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna push the plunger down until it reaches that next notch. So we're gonna twist the plunger so that we can push it down. And then we're gonna lock it. Like that. Cool. And now 20 minutes, at least it says. All right, so it's been about 30 minutes. We are going, actually it's kind of leaking a little bit. Gotta take care of that. Okay, so it's been about 30 minutes. We are gonna go ahead and remove the syringe now. Now you're gonna probably leak a little bit once you take this off, so, you know, it might be a good idea to a towel or something like that. Sick. And then, all right, for this second to last step, we're gonna go ahead and put a few drops of leftover resin into our repair area, and then we're gonna go ahead and then put this sort of like plastic see-through piece, cure strip they call it. Over that, we're gonna squeeze out the air bubbles, and then we are going to put it in the sunlight. All right, the car's been baking in the sun for about 30 minutes or so. We just brought it back into the garage. Let's go ahead and take a look at how this turned out. Fill this up. All right, and that's it. We are done. Let's take a look at the results. So there is our final repair. It's definitely a lot less. I mean, it did a pretty damn good job of getting rid of that crack as much as possible. I'd say it's like 85%. Not bad for 15 bucks. I'm gonna go ahead and take off the paper behind that was helping the camera focus, and let's just see overall if anything is really noticeable on the windshield when we look at it from afar. All right, so here's the car from afar. And honestly, once I took the piece of paper off and I cleaned up the windshield a little bit, I actually can't really find where the crack was. Now, this windshield isn't perfect by any means. There are, I don't know, stains or pits or whatever, smaller chips just from it being like a 12-year-old car. But I mean, I was able to pick up that chip from a certain distance away, and honestly, I really can't see it. Now, let me see if I could kind of find it if I look at a different angle. I think it's right there. It's gonna be hard to focus for sure, but like I said, it basically blends into the rest of the windshield, and can't even tell that it was you know, a chip or a crack that was singled out before. So overall, 15 bucks, I'm actually very surprised, because during the process, I didn't think that it was gonna work, because it really didn't look like it was doing too much, but now after having it cure in the sun and doing the entire process, it's pretty good.